Scorpio, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for mid-March. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, get some important advice from Spirit, and look at the hidden truth for the next couple of weeks. Let's first jump into your oracle message. This comes by way of the angel number oracle. What are the angels trying to convey to you? What frequencies are they sending your way, Scorpio, for the rest of the month? Thank you for tuning in today, for sharing this space with me. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Scorpio. Okay. Angel number frequency, Scorpios. Angel number frequency. Woo! That is way too many. We had 4, but looks like, ooh, 1144. High vibes, Scorpio. High vibes. I love seeing that. You feeling the vibrations? Are you riding on a high lately? Divine intervention, prosperity, big ventures, fated events, faith, purpose, higher calling. Ooh, you're kicking it up a gear in your work life, aren't you? Ooh, love or other happiness lurks just around the corner, Scorpio. It would be something much better than in your wildest dreams. A rare opportunity, an exciting encounter with like-minded people will exceed your expectations. Wow. Sounds like a very auspicious rest of the month for you, Scorpio. Connecting with new like-minded souls, fated events, love and happiness, feeling aligned on your path, feeling positive, positive, positive. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say. This is tarot for the great outdoors. Love it or hate it. This is all the natural beauty and wonder of the American national parks. Mostly everyone's loved it. That's a little bit different. Okay, what is the current energy? Current energy for Scorpio coming into March. Riding out the second half. Current energy, base energy, Scorpio. Yeah. Right. Ooh. Ace of Six. Ace of Wands. Passionate new beginning, Scorpio. You in a passionate new beginning. Working on a partnership. It takes two, right? It takes two. The power of two. Working together, hand in hand. Gliding through life. 2 of Cups. Sharing love. A brand new beginning in a love bond. I like that. I like that, Scorpio. What's the challenge here? Death. Going through a transformation. The challenge is maybe letting the old versions of you die. You're in a new chapter in love. Some of you had to go through an ending to welcome in a new love that's more aligned with you. 8 of Vessel doing the work. Someone's doing the heavy lifting. Both working together, right? It's like passing that baton, right? Some days you're going to do the heavy lifting. Other days they're going to do the heavy lifting. No relationship is 50-50. Recent past, this is definitely around carrying, right? Carrying the load together. We'll clarify that in a moment. Queen of Blades, otherwise known as the Queen of Swords. She's cutting through, right? On her snowboard, riding high. I think you've been making some important decisions in your life, Scorpio, especially around a connection. And you're in a period where you've learned a lot. I think this is time to enjoy where you are for the rest of the month. Near future, strength. Look at that. Oof. Pumas. Look at those wildcats. It's the Grand Tetons. You have a lot of determination, Scorpio, right now. I think you're starting to really feel good about the choices that you're making, about where you're headed. I'm seeing a real glow up in your confidence. Feeling like a strong Scorpio. I'm telling you, strong Scorpios, they are a force. So you could be really turning it up for the rest of the month in your vibration here. Going high. Catching that air. Overall general energy. 10 of Blades, you're at the end of a journey, I think, with another, and you're embarking on a new chapter in love. It's like the hard part's over. You're still going to need to do work, right? That's apparent. But you're going through this really profound change. Going through, you're in your energy. You're in that Scorpio flow. You could have reached a certain milestone in a connection, or even just meeting somebody in this new beginning feels like a milestone in your life. What you don't see at the bottom of the deck, the sun. Happiness, Scorpio. Cadillac Mountain, Acadia. They're the first, everyone up there in Maine, they're the first people to see the sunrise in the continental U.S. Every day when that sun rises, they're the first to see it. So you better catch those warm rays, right? Catch that warmth in your heart and hold on to it, Scorpio, right? Feels like you're in a positive swing here. But you don't, or the hidden truth, we'll save that for later. All right, let's clarify this. I'm liking what I see, Scorpio. Actually, let's go with the light. Whoops, sorry about that noise. Let's go with the light seers. Coming together. Working as a team. Coming up with a plan. Been thinking a lot, right? About, I don't think this is a time for you to be on your own, Scorpio. You're either working with someone, really building something in your professional life, or you're really building a love bond. Something that can last. Ironing out your differences. Finding a common vision. This Ace of Sticks, this passionate new beginning. What are you fired up about here? Ooh, lots of choices between the two of you. Yeah, you're making some important decisions in a connection right now. About the fate of the future, about what you both want to build together. And I think that Spirit is saying that you need to make sure you carve out time on your own too, for your own practices. You could have so much in common with this person, or so much that you love doing with this person. Spirit is saying always maintain time for you, okay? You could be casting judgment over someone in your life, or you could feel judged in a situation. There's something around judgment of self and judgment in the choices that you're making. I just heard that, you're actually talking to your family about this next chapter. I think there were other people weighing in on this. I'm not sure why. But these choices, they matter. These are like big life choices. What you're deciding in the next few weeks could impact the rest of your life. You could be needing to get quiet, right? You could be discussing big plans with someone about the future. Two of Vessel. Like what is this chapter going to look like for the two of you? Coming together, feeling so strong as a couple. You're coming together with somebody. You got, and yeah, another ace. Okay, a lot of you met someone recently, and you're like, wow, I feel like this could be a really long-term beautiful thing. Or if you've known this person, you're in a brand new chapter with this person, and you are investing in this equally, and you're feeling so confident about this connection. You feel like you have a counterpart. You have someone that you can rely on, can depend on, who's got your back. They got your six, all right? They're there for you. Makes a difference when you feel like you've got someone. If it's not love, you've got somebody that really you're working with here in your work life, someone that you can depend on. And it makes such a difference, doesn't it, when we have these connections that support us maybe taking risks, making these big decisions. What are you wrapping up here? This Ten of Blades. Crossing the finish line, Scorpio. It's time to celebrate. Being in a new chapter. Yeah, I think you're coming out of... Maybe for a while you were reluctant to even really commit to something. But you're like, you know what? I think it's time for me to really be committed to what I believe about my life, about myself, and about this connection. I think for a while, though, you were guarded. You were guarded. You may feel very protective over this connection, especially if it's a new one and you're building it. It's like, no, I don't want anything to interfere with what we're creating. It's like you're building this whole universe. And you could be actually kind of guarded around what you believe commitment to be based on your past experiences. And Spirit is saying, don't carry any emotional baggage into any connection with you around your beliefs around commitment. Can you just flow through it? Yeah, I'm sensing that there's this guardedness around your belief system around commitment. That maybe what you thought to be true, this person is completely changing your views. Like maybe you said, you know, I'm not ever going to get into a commitment again, or I don't want love, I don't need love. And then no matter how old you are, I remember I was telling someone last night that my grandfather remarried in his 80s. And it was a beautiful love. So, I mean, I think that you may be coming out of some sort of block around opening up to the idea of sharing your life with someone, even if it's a companion and it doesn't feel like, oh, this is a great big love. This is about the reciprocity of opening your heart and letting someone else into your life, Scorpio. And I think you had resistance around that, and it comes up. Like it's almost like this thing that bubbles up from time to time, but you work through it together and you talk about it. What is this Queen of Blades? Queen of Swords. Riding high. You've learned a lot. You've learned about yourself, new aspects of self. You know, when you're with someone, you know, and they're mirroring to you things about yourself that you're learning from. I'm seeing a couple here. Queen and King of Blades. Swords. Ace of Cups between the two of you. The Eight of Swords. You know what? I'm going to talk about this, and this is going to be something that I think I want you to sit with this, Scorpio, because it's been something I've been sitting with too. Flynn Skidmore was on Instagram yesterday, and he's a therapist by trade. It's his real profession. He's a licensed therapist. He works a lot with relationships. I love his advice. And he was talking about, because how often have we gotten in relationships where we're repressing crucial aspects of our being, that if we don't set them free, we're not going to feel completely happy because we're not showing up authentically. And we do it for various reasons. Whenever you come into a connection and you're not being completely honest about anything. Like if, for instance, you know, I've been in connections where we didn't share the same spiritual beliefs. We didn't share the same spiritual ethos. And you know what? I can live without that. You know what I mean? You're looking at when you enter a love bond, you know, and you're saying to me, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to repress parts of me to make the relationship work because you're not being your true self. So you get to decide, do I want to operate from my true essence, my true authentic self in this connection? Or am I going to operate from my repressed self? Once you start going down the pathway of the repressed self, you start feeling more and more trapped because you're sacrificing critical aspects of yourself for the connection itself. So you're showing me that you have an opportunity here to really open your heart to another, and you feel really aligned with this person. It's not yet quite, there's this more pragmatic approach, this more, you know, let's take a logical approach to the connection lately. If this is someone you've been with for a while, we've been more logical about it. Spirit's saying, bring more heart to it. There's this feeling of restriction. What are you repressing, Scorpio, in yourself, in this connection that is making it feel less warm, more logical? I think you want to bring more heart. You want the more emotional connection to really flourish here. And that comes from you not repressing that part of you. You can literally sit down in front of this person and say, you know what, I'm feeling a bit guarded here. Like, I know that we're committed. I know we're together, but you know what? Things aren't going to change if you don't talk about it. So I just wanted to bring those examples up because I did realize in the past when I made these sacrifices that it was like, well, it depends on what's important to you, Scorpio. Some people are fine with being with someone who's opposite, and they maybe not share those, or you make those considerations, or sometimes it doesn't feel as much of a sacrifice in the beginning, but over time you're like, well, it would be nice, you know, if we could talk about these things, we could share these things. You have to sit down and think about what you need, what makes you really happy in a connection. How do you want that person to show up in that connection? Do you want them to be supportive of certain things? There's a difference between someone just being like, yeah, that's your thing, or they love it too. So look at the things that you love in your life. I think you're showing me that you at least want to feel more emotionally connected to this person. But you feel trapped a little bit in the lack of expression of love. Or you're afraid to open your heart, but you're taking in your time. Some of you, this is a brand new connection. You're starting to change, like, well, maybe I thought I didn't think I was ready for a commitment, but everything feels so aligned with this person. Maybe it's time I let somebody in. Or if those of you who've been in connection a while, maybe it's time I let them more deeply in. Scorpios can be some of the most guarded people in the zodiac. But once the Scorpio loves you, it's for life, okay? I do know that about Scorpios. The challenge here, you're looking at why things have gotten a bit stagnant. You're looking at, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Moon over the Death. So the challenge for the next couple of weeks is bringing new growth into a connection. This is different than the typical Death card. This is Death Valley, okay? And even in the most arid climates, you see these beautiful flowers. So what do you need to flourish in a connection? What's going to make you feel most empowered? What's hidden beneath the surface? What's lurking in this connection? How do you want to reinvest in this to make the connection feel more deep, more connected? What are you repressing, Scorpio, in yourself? These decisions that you have to make are important. Make sure you're showing up as authentically as you can, and make sure they are. Sometimes we sweep stuff under the rug until we can no longer do that. And then you face this critical juncture in a connection, and you're like, I can't keep going on like this. I do believe that you're looking at opening up in new ways when it comes to love. You don't want to be in any kind of illusion about a commitment. I know that for sure. Yeah, the Hangman. The Fool. The King of Cups. Wow. Scorpio. There you go. There you go. There you go. You're like, okay, I'm fully in my heart now. I'm taking a leap. I think you're letting someone in deeply. You could be softening in ways you never thought you'd soften with this person. A lot of you are coming into a new connection, and those first timid steps, right, of taking in everything you've learned from your previous experiences, going in cautiously optimistic, going through this huge transformation from the unknown to the known. Ooh, what is this? Is this going to work out? What are we going to be? There's all these questions. For those of you in a new connection, there's a lot of like, let's swim through this, all right? We're swimming. I'm in a high vibe. I'm happy that I'm talking to this person, but like, is this what I think it is? I don't want to get ahead of myself. This could be really great. This could be a long-term commitment. This could be the person. Is it? So there's all these like, and if it's someone you've been with, it's like, I want more of a deeper emotional connection. I want to feel like we're really on the same page. I want to feel empowered in this connection. I don't want to hide any part of myself. I want us to invest in this fully, wholeheartedly. Spirit is saying take your time in this new chapter, because the more time you take, the stronger it's going to get in the love, okay? I think you're opening up your heart wide open in love, and it's beautiful. I think it's changing you. Something's changing you, Scorpio, in profound ways. A lot of you, this is new love. We have 3 aces on the board. We have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. You've had to go through a lot of transformation to get here, Scorpio. You are in an empowered place. You have a deep, deep knowing about what it takes to invest wisely in something. The challenge is use your wisdom. What did you gain from the past in your previous connections? Okay. The Sun, happiness. This is grounded. You were grounding this connection. It's like things have aligned mentally. Things are starting to align emotionally. And now you're starting to shift into, I think I can start believing in this connection in a way maybe I couldn't before. Yeah, you're coming into balance here. Wow. I just saw the King, Queen of Pentacles. Wow. When you get all these matching pairs, this is an aligned connection. For those of you that have been off with your person, your partner, if you're, in a connection, things are going to start to feel more aligned over the next few weeks because we're entering into a retrograde period. You want to be as strong as you can. And you want to take your time and pause when friction starts to arise, when triggers start to hit, because they're going to hit inevitably in April. You're going to get tested in this connection. Can you really be a good listener? Can you respond without being reactive? Can you really communicate, work together, okay? I do see with this Eight of Swords is that you're walking away from some emotional stuff, whether it was from your past before meeting this person or stuff in the past with this person. Things are really starting to balance out and you're really feeling good. What you don't see coming is you're getting into a very happy chapter in your life. You're no longer as guarded as you once were, Scorpio. I think you've really let somebody in and you want it to go even deeper. You're realizing you want it to be the best love possible in your life. And that takes two people committed to a common goal. I'm loving this. For those of you really in partnership, it's like you're transforming because of this person in your life. The hidden truth. Six of Cups. Look at that cute manatee. Soulmate connections weather many storms. How committed are you for the long haul? What I'm seeing is you go through different phases, different chapters. I think you're showing me this is someone that you deeply, deeply care about, that you want to surrender yourself to. What is the Six of Cups connection? Yeah. I think that you're walking away from a lot of emotional baggage, Scorpio. You may have had a lot happen to you in your heart space over the years. And you're now on your destined path. And you are in a brand new beginning, in a new soulmate connection. Others of you if you've been with this person for a while, you're in a brand new chapter where it's like, let's let go of the baggage, okay? Let's not keep score. Can we start out with a clean slate? You're actually setting that intention to stay positive in a connection, to no longer hold a grudge, to not be resentful, to not be bitter about whatever has gone down in the past. Like, this is someone you love. This is your partner. Are you willing to walk away from all the shit from the past, whether this is a new bond or an existing bond? Because the wheel is turning in your favor, and it's turning toward, let's get excited. Let's get excited about love, about the expression of love, about the romanticness of it all. Like, I'm feeling like this. You have an opportunity to fall in love more deeply with another for the rest of the month, Scorpio. You just let it flow, not get in your own way. You're in a brand new beginning with someone. And I think it's giving you so much strength and enlightenment, and you're coming into true balance and feeling so much warmth of even when they gaze at you, you just get all warm inside. Let's get the advice from Spirit here with the Arcanum Tarot. I feel like you're going to be in a good few weeks. You got to drop that guard, Scorpio, if you've been on edge in a connection. This connection's here to stay. You don't want to lose this person. You just want it to be bigger, bolder, and deeper. And that comes to two people deciding that. This isn't about the status quo anymore, Scorpio, in your love life. This is about being generous with each other, building something beautiful. Yeah, you're holding on to this. Love demands our own transformation, our continual transformation. There's no limit to how deep a love bond can go when two people intend for it to be compassionate, tender, extraordinary. What is it? This is no, read that. What is that? Or not read it. Listen to it. Sade, this is no ordinary love. That's what this feels like. This is no ordinary love, Scorpio. This is no ordinary love. I keep hearing that. This is no ordinary love. You don't want it to be ordinary. I knew the devil's going to come up. I think that this is you're ending a phase of either going through toxic cycles around love and not bringing that baggage in to a new connection, trusting in love again, Scorpio, which is hard, okay? Trust me, it's hard. Others of you, you were clearing up a very stressful time in a connection, doing the cleanup work, right? You're holding on to this person, but don't overthink this connection. You're going to sabotage it if you overthink it. If you stress out, you're removing toxic dynamics, okay? And what I mean by toxic dynamics is fear. How would we love if we weren't afraid? You're showing me that you're guarded when it comes to commitment. You could even be in a commitment, but you're afraid of really letting someone deeply in. Or reverse the roles, if that doesn't resonate. Could be the person you're dealing with. This is fear. Fear, fear. The devil lately for me has been fear, doubt. We can all get doubtful. If you're judging a situation too much from a place of fear, that's not your intuition. Spirit is saying that don't stress out. Let this connection flow, okay? You're investing in this. Invest wisely. I think you're going to be taking a look at how fear has dominated you in your love life. Fear of really surrendering to trusting in a connection for the long term. You know, we make waves from our own fear conditioning. So I think that you're looking at this, and look at the bottom of the deck too, this one. We had the Five of Swords. Yeah, the Page of Wands. A lot of you, you're afraid of really believing in love again. And I get it. Trust yourself, okay, Scorpio? Trust that you have what you need to navigate any connection in your life. Don't let fear be what you fuel connection. Okay? Let love. Spirit's saying let love fuel the connection. Four of Pentacles and the Devil, two cards of fear, and Nine of Swords, overthinking. This could be the fear of loss, the fear of failure. Really creeps up and it overshadows a connection. And then you get clingy and you get insecure, right? And you get doubtful. There's going to be things that are going to come up for the next couple of weeks in this connection. And your job is to stay open. Okay, Scorpio? Stay open. Be hyper vigilant against the fear monsters. Okay? You could even have been in this place of we're up, we're down, we're up, we're down. You were coming out of a phase where things were not stable in your love life. Whether you ended a connection and now you're entering into something new and you don't want to repeat past patterns, or you've been in a connection and things were really rough in the recent months. You're clearing up fears, both of you. Let love prevail, okay? Let love prevail. You both are reinvesting in this wholeheartedly. Make sure you're on the same page and you're not repressing any part of yourself anymore, Scorpio. Don't repress yourself. You need to show up truthfully. And that requires vulnerability. Or this other person's having a hard time. Something's being broken down. Not to end it, to rebuild it, okay? You're rebuilding the emotional connection and the love, okay? Whether it's you're rebuilding or you're building, okay? Some of you are rebuilding a connection. Others of you, you're building a new connection. Don't do it with fear. Don't make those bricks be fear bricks, okay? Make them be love bricks. Because fear, you're not going to, it'll all come crumbling down if you build a connection on a faulty foundation. Okay? So take a look at that. It's just a little warning because we're going to get tested. Okay? You're going to have disagreements, misunderstandings. Make sure you don't jump to conclusions and make assumptions, okay, about where the other person is coming from. All right? Stay level-headed. All right? I'm sending you love. Take care, Scorpio.